everyone, I'm Michelle. I'm here at NSPS and I'm talking today with Sarah, who's one of our patients who recently wrote a book that we're really excited to learn more about her journey. So I just want to spend a little time introducing her to you guys and find out a little bit more about your journey and what you captured in the book and tell us more about it. Yeah.
Sure. So my name is Sarah Fenlon Falk and I am a 3-time now cancer survivor. I wrote the book after an experience with bone cancer as a 17-year-old, and then took my journals from that time of life, and when I was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 41, I just started blogging about my journey, and I just wanted to put my story out there very candidly and talk about the things that people tended to shy away from.
Sure.
Because I wanted other breast cancer patients to know that it's normal to feel this way or to think about such things. And
yeah. That's wonderful. And then you said 3 times. So what's the third time?
The third time. So just last month I was diagnosed with basal cell carcinoma, which
everyone wear your sunblock.
Wear your sunblock. That's right. And if you have a spot, get it checked.
Yeah. Well, so tell us, I know you said 18 and then 41, right?
18 and 41.
And did you find there were similarities in your experiences? Like the things you were journaling about as an 18-year-old versus experiencing as a grown adult, then did you find similarities? Tell us about that.
Yes. So definitely grieving the loss. Grieving the loss of just the health that you were enjoying momentarily, you know?
Sure.
And then just kind of like dealing with the things that you do lose along the way.
Right.
Such as, you know, I lost function in my leg because I had my femur. I'm sorry, the tumor was in my femur. And so I lost function in my knee and deal with chronic pain issues.
Yeah.
But then the loss.
So hard as an 18-year-old too.
Yeah, right. And you when you're 18, you've kind of got this idea of what you're going to do.
Right.
Because you're supposed to be planning for college or, you know, planning the next step. Reimagine something.
Yeah. So you said, did you say grief or loss? A word like that.
Grief and loss, yes. And then, you know, with breast cancer, then you are dealing again with the loss of health, but then you have some very serious decisions you have to make. Like, will you be losing one breast, 2 breasts, and how you're going to make that decision.
Yeah.
And so I talk very candidly about how I made my decisions.
Yeah. And a lot of women are having that, you know, that issue. Not only, like you're saying, dealing with loss or grief, but then there are big decisions to make and it's things they've never thought about before. So trying to figure out how that's going to land for you is hard when you haven't had exposure before. So I'm sure having you talk about it here will be helpful to other people, because seeing at NSPS, you know, we see that a lot, and everyone struggles a little bit there, right, in their own way. So yeah, when did the book come out?
It came out in February of this year.
February of this year, and where can you buy it?
SarahFenlonFalk.com.
Okay, cool. Nice.
And
awesome.
I continue to blog about my cancer experiences, and since I published this, there's still been a little bit of like reconstruction happening and just kind of sorting through some of just patching everything up and finishing everything up. So I continue to blog about that, and now blogging about the skin cancer and just how every time the word cancer comes up, it kind of triggers some of those emotions.
So in writing this book and sharing with others, what's your hope that it will do for others?
That it will encourage other people, that they will really just allow the feelings. That was one thing I decided very early on, that even though it was uncomfortable, unpleasant, painful, I wanted to just allow myself to feel and
Yeah.
experience
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything, and that's okay, and that's part of your journey, and
Yeah.
to embrace it.
Mhm. So somehow that made it almost easier to just kind of allow. I definitely think having you share that with other people encourages that, you know, so that's really awesome.
That's my hope.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it is my hope that you would be encouraged and maybe even inspired through this book. And if you're struggling with making medical decisions or just really any decision making as you're facing a diagnosis, I created a workbook called Keeping It Together, a patient's companion through decision making. And that is also available on my website, sarahfenlandfalk.com, or on amazon.com.
Well, thanks so much. I'm so
Thank
glad
you.
you're sharing and creating these things to help people who are
Thank
going
you.
through things that you have too. It's the best way to get some input is sharing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much.